Hello everyone, myself Jayashree from Department of English. I'm here for a reason, and that's to convey an interesting and mythological story of Dr. Faustus. Today the topic of my presentation is all about mythological allusion in Christopher Marlowe's Dr. Faustus. First of all, let me tell you what is mythology and what is allusion. Mythology in the sense an idea or a story which many people believe but that doesn't exist in the real life. An allusion, an indirect reference to a person, event, or a thing. And then let's see the short intro of Christopher Marlowe. He was one of the prominent dramatists in 16th century because of Elizabethan obsession to mythology and supernatural element inspired Marlowe to write the tragic history of Dr. Faustus. Secondly, I would like to share some points about the character Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus, a world respected German scholar, was a skilled master in many fields of knowledge, but still he seems to gain knowledge and power beyond the normal human limits. So he decided to learn black magic. He begins his new career as a magician by requesting the presence of MEPHISTOPHELES, a devil, by selling his soul for 24 years to his master Lucifer. Here I am going to share the mythological element used in this drama. As per the story, Faustus turned to devil's side. Here comes the appearance of good and bad angels. The good angel persuades him to turn to God. On the other hand, the bad angel narrates the power and the wealth of magical tricks. Here it is unimaginable to perceive an angel in our real life. In reality, we may not face any kind of a spirit like that. Actually, Faustus longing to get great things around him. Especially, he want the great thing which had happened in the past should present around him. For example, he had performed the image of Alexander the Great. Here, it is incredible to bring out the image of any departed person in our present life, which is beyond reality. In this play, Marlowe used some funny magics in order to grab the audience. Let me see one by one. Robin and Ralph, a character in Dr. Faustus, used a magical power and called Mephistopheles for fun. So he punished them and they become animals. Here we can see the myth that making a normal human being into animal is somewhat funny and mythology too. Moving on to the next myth, one day Faustus sold a horse to a person which turned into a heap of straw. Even it is a funny thing to see or to hear, but it was unbelievable that a horse could change like a heap of straw. As I already told that Faustus want great thing which had happened in the past like Alexander the Great. Another example for this was making the presence of Helen of Troy, a famous beauty of ancient world. Can you believe this? Yes, which is hard to believe. After all the pleasure, Faustus feels helpless about the importance of eternal life. Meanwhile, an old man insists Faustus to turn to divinity, but still he refuses to turn to God. Here we can see the rejection of divinity. And the 24 years were completed. Faustus was destroyed by the devil. At midnight, a host of devil appears and carries his soul off to hell. Faustus' ambitious exceed all limits as a scholar. And thus finally, I would like to conclude by saying that the rejection of divinity for a sinful pleasure were and possibly or still a common myth subject. The pleasure over the illusionary world of mythology decides the death of Dr. Faustus. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. Thank you everyone.